All right, guys. I said I was going to do a tour of the new studio, and here it is. Whoa! It's massive. It's actually my entire living room. Yeah, it's taken up all my space. My actual living room is now this thing, which is really tiny. This is like a little kitchen dining area, and there's nothing in it yet because I'm still moving in, but I've got to figure out like a little love seat, TV stand, or something. I don't know. So this bad boy is pretty much the first thing you see when you walk in. It's I wish I had more space, but I'm making the best of it. I'm using a 10 by 10 green screen now, and I'm using some photography lighting. The photography lighting I was using before, but in this new area, I've got room to let it spread out and use more of the lights, like this overhead hair light that I'm using. So let me give you a little tour of what's going on over here. This is a 2PC streaming setup with 4 monitors. Pretty good audio setup, good camcorder that I'm using as well. You can see over here that I'm using my PVC cockpit still that I really like. So this is the one that I built actually at the first of 2015. So I've got my Thrustmaster Warthog right here. I've got my T16000M over there for my strafing stuff in Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous, and then floor pedals down there, which I use for roll. And it's holding together pretty good. I need to come back and use like PVC cement on it, but I'm liking it a lot. Up here, you can see all the different screens that I'm using. So I use this one pretty much to manage my audio interface, which is the UX2. This is how I control my sound effects and things. Centered monitor is my gaming monitor. This is the only thing that games ever play on. And then up there, I've got my chat window that I use. So when you guys are talking and I'm looking up, that's what I'm looking at, is all the chat scrolling past. And sometimes I'll do Twitter feed up there as well. Or if I'm streaming to SteelSeries, I'll pop out both chats so I can look at my channel and SteelSeries chat at the same time. Over here, it's just another secondary screen for the encoding PC. So I have my XSplit over here. So there's 2 computers right here. So this left one is encoding PC. This right one is encoding PC. Center one is gaming PC, and then top one is gaming PC. It's a little bit complicated, but you get used to it pretty fast. I've got 2 keyboard and mouse setups here. I'm using on the gaming PC this awesome SteelSeries keyboard. It is so good, and it makes pretty colors, and it's just got a low trigger height, so it's really fast. I'm using an Anchor mouse right now. I kind of switch between this and my SteelSeries mouse depending on what game I'm going to be playing. The SteelSeries mouse is currently over here, and I'm using this with the encoding PC, so encoding keyboard and encoding mouse. That way I can switch between the 2 computers really fast without having to do a software or a USB splitter or anything like that. The microphone, I just switched to a new microphone. Actually, I haven't broadcasted with it yet because it's brand new. This is the Shure FM7B, and I'm really excited to try this thing out. I'm just thrilled with it. It's so hefty and heavy. Here's how this works. This thing routes all the way around the computer back over here to the cloud lifter. The cloud lifter adds about 25 decibels of clean gain to the signal, which is really necessary with this mic in particular because it's a quiet microphone. That routes all the way to the UX2, all the way, it's like a 2 feet cord, to the UX2. UX2 is what I'm using as my audio interface. Again, Pod Farm. That's what allows me to add effects and EQ and a noise gate and everything like that. It works really well. It's got this cool little gauge on the side where if you tap it, you can see the levels go up, analog style. Like it's got good phantom power. And then this splits off. I split off my headphone signal. So I had the problem of how do I use my microphone for both computers at the same time and also listen to my headset. So this is what I came up with, is I'm splitting the headphone signal into 2. One goes to the gaming PC so that I can use my microphone for the gaming PC as well. I want my main connection, of course, to go to the encoding PC because that's going to be the better sound signal. The second one goes to my headset. And I need to be able to hear my voice and my computer at the same time. So this feeds into here, this little mixer. So I have my microphone signal, and I've also got my PC signal as well, so all the audio that I want to hear. This splits into 1 cord. This goes around and then hits up this little amp right here. Really like this thing. It's just fantastic. Adds a really warm coloration to all the sound. It takes the signal and just splits directly out into my headphones. I'm using the SteelSeries 200s right now, the Siberia 200s, and they're just fantastic headphones. So sort of a complicated audio setup. Between the two computers, I've got my gaming PC right here, and I've got my encoding PC right here. They look the same, they're the same case. They're pretty plain. There's no fancy LEDs or anything like that on there because I just wanted it to be as quiet as possible for all the sound. I don't want fan noises interfering with the microphone and crap like that. It's gonna be sitting under there, so it's nice and pretty. I'm running optical out for sound from the gaming PC in the rear all the way over to optical in on here, and it works out just beautifully, about as clear a signal as you could ever want. And then I'm using capture cards, of course, to switch between the two things. So I'm bringing in a capture card for the gaming PC into the encoding PC. And I'm also using a second capture card for my CX900, which is my camera over here. This is brand new. You've seen me use this maybe for a week now, and it's just a fantastic camera. It's got great color reproduction. It's got great depth. I was using an R900, I think, from Canon before, and it was kind of grainy in low light situations, and just I wasn't happy with it. The reason that I use these things, we're using a camcorder so I can get 60 FPS output when the stars are aligned, that it's actually working correctly. I'm still learning how to use these, but it's a really nice camera. I'm loving it so far. It seems to work better in OBS than XSplit right now for getting that 60 FPS clear signal, but I'm sure that there's a setting that I need to work out, so I'm gonna keep playing with it, and if nothing else, I'll switch back to OBS. And then there's, of course, all the chair and all the lighting that I've got. So normally you have a key light and a fill light in photography lighting. I don't really have that because I've found that for the kind of lighting that's going on with the stream, it's better to have almost two main light sources like this on either side. So I've got these two suckers. Down on either side, I've got these, which are a little bit of side lighting on me, but mostly it's to help even out the green screen that I've got back here. So that one right there as well. And then I've got that overhead light, which helps, again, even out that green screen and also casts a bit of hair light on me. And really, it also helps knock out some of the green tinge on me as well. I have it angled just a little bit so that it'll help avoid casting lots of green light on me from the green screen. So that's pretty much it. That's the setup right now. This is what I'm looking at when we're streaming. And I really, really, really like having so much space to work in now. I was in a cramped little area before, and the quality has just improved, and I feel like I'm doing more professional stuff as well, which is important. Oh, and I got this big, giant freaking SteelSeries mat back here, which I absolutely love. It is such a good mouse mat, and it really just makes the whole setup feel a lot cleaner. That's it, guys. That's the studio. I'll do another walk around so you can see it. So that's all this stuff. I've got these barriers back here from IKEA. They're not doing a whole lot. They help with the room echo a little bit, and they help keep that giant mess of cables underneath that is really unavoidable with this kind of setup. Helps keep it looking a little bit cleaner. And then this is how I roll. This is about what the camera sees. And this is how you're used to seeing me. It's right there. I'll see you guys later. Bye.